What is so unique about this small orange aircraft? This may look like a child's toy, but what this model represents is a huge milestone in our world's aviation achievements. How's it going, everyone? I'm bending metal for fun, and I hope you all are having a wonderful week. On October 14th, 1947, an aircraft done what no other had done before. They named it the Bell X-1. This American-built airplane became the first crewed aircraft to fly faster than the speed of sound. This aircraft was pretty much a rocket with people inside. So naturally, back in 2025, when I seen that Metal Earth had released this model, I knew my money was as good as gone. Ranking a 5 out of 10 on the difficulty chart, this model might not hold as many challenges as some of the other models that I've built, but it does have its moments. At 3 regular sheets of metal and 47 pieces, you can plan on completing this model in an acceptable amount of time. The Bell X-1 comes together so well. Metal Earth really thought this one out and done an amazing job with the design. In the earlier steps, there are a couple things to watch out for, with the first being the small pieces that attach to the horizontal stabilizers. Out of these small triangular shaped pieces, there are only 2 different sizes. For each side of the horizontal stabilizer, you'll have 2 smaller of these pieces on the outer part of the stabilizer, while the 2 larger pieces are closer to the rudder. Including the top and bottom, each stabilizer has 4 larger pieces and 4 smaller pieces attached to it. While building these horizontal stabilizers, it is very easy to get in the zone and place these pieces in the wrong spots. Before twisting any tabs, be certain your pieces are in the right places. Also, I'd recommend using a bit of UV glue here if you have it. I didn't do this with my build, so it's not absolutely necessary, but if I had another opportunity, I would definitely apply a small amount to the twisted tabs to ensure no wobbly parts. In step 2, piece A4, in my opinion, is one of the most difficult pieces to get right on this airplane. This large tail rotor piece wants to flatten out when connecting your tabs. This is not the desired shape needed to connect this piece to the rest of the aircraft. This is an easy fix though. I just stuck a tool in the opening, like a screwdriver or flat-nosed tweezers. Then by twisting my tool, it caused the opening to widen. Keep using this technique until your tabs line up with the slots in the fuselage. Not a big deal. Something else to watch out for on this piece is when attaching the horizontal stabilizers, make sure your stabilizers are facing the right direction, because they do fit backwards. I did this once during my build. Thankfully, I caught it before twisting any tabs. I also recommend gluing the tabs connecting the horizontal stabilizers to the rudder. This will ensure a nice permanent bond between the 2 pieces. Hint, no droopy stabilizers. The rest of step 4 went really smoothly for me with no hiccups, but when you make it to step 5, this is where you build the cockpit. This cockpit goes together great. Just pay close attention to the instructions on which pieces face which way. Another thing I noted with this build is how the tabs on the cockpit piece was painted orange to match the outside of the plane. I was so happy when I seen this, I almost broke out into song and dance. I have been wanting Metal Earth to do this with their pieces for so long. Even though the cockpit piece is painted a green color, they painted just the tabs orange. These tabs are visible on the outside of the plane, so if they would have left these tabs green like in the past, you would have random green tabs on the outside of a solid orange plane. Shout out to Metal Earth for finally making this a priority. In step 6, we have the nose of this aircraft, which is a cone. This is a pretty wide cone, so it's not as horrible as some, but it's still a bit of a pain. You also have a needlepoint piece on the tip of this cone, so be mindful while shaping. Check out my cone shaping video for better reference to this. It's one of my older videos, but it still has some good information on it. The rest of step 6 is just cylinder shaping. This is pretty straightforward. There's actually a very good amount of cylinder shaping during this build, so if you're bad at making cylinders or just could use a couple tips, check out my other video on shaping cylinders. There's definitely some information on there that will help you. The only piece I want to touch on in step 7 is the very rear of the fuselage on this aircraft. This piece is shaped so awkwardly. It took me a minute to get the shape down. My advice is to just go off of the end plate piece that attaches to the cylinder, piece B19. Use this piece to help guide you to get that weird shape on that cylinder. When connecting the wings to the fuselage, make sure you have zero gap between the wings and the fuselage before making any twists on your tabs. My recommendation is to use pliers rather than tweezers. This way you can grab and pull on your tabs with more grip and force, pulling your two pieces together. I also advise on using a bit of UV glue here. This ensures a permanent bond with no droopy wings. When connecting all your cylinders together, I recommend bending your tab slots in slightly. This is something I didn't cover in my perfect cylinder video, but this gives your pieces a nice even connection rather than one setting slightly higher than the other due to laying on top of the tab slot. The rest of the build is pretty straightforward. I will say this is the best stand out of any aircraft I've built by Metal Earth. This aircraft stays exactly where you place it, and there is no sliding back and forth like some of the other stands that I've built. This is due to the way you shape this stand and how the belly of the aircraft lays in it. For an airplane that accomplished so much for our history, this makes for such a fun and smooth build by Metal Earth. Make sure to subscribe for more content like this. I'm always building new and better metal models. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you didn't enjoy it, I hope a dog craps in your yard.